How much does it mean to have your son racing now? I mean, this has got to be just, I mean, talk about next gen stuff. Michael Jordan also said, I want to be the bridge to the next generation. You're providing a bridge here, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like with KBM, Kyle Busch Motorsports, our truck series team, I've got 3 teams there, and we're providing a bridge to a lot of young racers that have now made it to the Cup Series and are racing on Sundays. 14 of them, I think, have come from KBM and have raced on Sundays, which is cool.
Including William Byron, who's now ahead of you in the standings.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, William Byron's won, Eric Jones has won, Bubba Wallace has won. There's a couple others. Christopher Bell is another one. So yeah, a lot of great kids. But you talk about Brexton and him and bringing on the next generation of a Busch to hopefully come up to the Cup Series. And he's only 8. He started when he was 5. It wasn't a great start, but he definitely learned a lot and has come a long ways and has listened to me really well on driver coaching and telling him what to do and things like that. And when he does what I tell him what to do, we win. We don't win all the races, but we win a lot of the races, which is fun anyways. And so we've had a lot of great times going to all these different short tracks across the country and running hard and doing well. And he's been fast, and it's been a lot of fun.
One, the really nice part here is that oftentimes you'll be at the same location for a race weekend, right? He'll be racing, you'll be racing.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. I try to plan, obviously, his schedule around mine. I can't change mine, but I can change his. And so like when we went out to Fontana earlier this year, he ran a quarter midget race. When we go to Phoenix, there's a racetrack that's just north of the Speedway that they run junior sprints, and he goes and runs there. There's a couple racetracks that we go to that don't really have something that we do that's close by. So he might stay home on those weekends, or there's other weekends where he's racing for points in a particular division at a particular track, and he's actually leading those points. So he'll stay home on those weekends and I'll go somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool to have them still travel with me and be around with me a lot, because I don't want to miss my kids every weekend, 38 weekends out of the year, so I bet you they miss maybe coming to 5 or 6 of my races. So we still get a lot of time together.
Is it tough to be Kyle Busch's son?
Yes, I bet it is. I bet you he doesn't, he has to earn things, I feel like, a lot harder than some others. There was a race a couple weeks ago at a track where he's racing the kid for points, and that kid spun out another kid, and the other kid who spun had to go to the back. But normally when you're involved in the caution, if you're the spinner and the spinney, they both go to the rear. Well, since Brexton is racing that kid that spun out the other kid for points, they let that kid stay in second place behind Brexton, and that kid ended up finishing second. And I'm like, well, that's not fair. He was supposed to go to the back. So like that would have been a bigger points buffer for Brexton to have in case something happens to us, but it's just stuff like that I feel like we're sometimes not treated exactly fairly, but that's little stuff. I mean, you got to let that roll off your back. It's kids racing. It's at the end of the day, what's that really going to tell you? If he wins a track championship at a go-kart level or not. I like it because you add it to the resume. That's always what I kind of looked at. When I was 14 years old and I was a kid racing, trying to make it, I had a whole resume built out of all my races, everything that I did, all my finishes, all that stuff. And even when I was younger, when I made it to NASCAR, I felt the same way still. I'm like, I got to build my resume. I haven't made it yet. You never know how long you're going to be here. So you got to make sure that you're getting all you can get.